What's good, y'all? It's Swayze, and today I want to talk about Sledgehammer, the Call of Duty developer that made CoD World War II and obviously Call of Duty Vanguard. Now, the reason I want to talk about them and whether or not they're going to ever make another Call of Duty game is that we got this report from Bloomberg. A Bloomberg article came out. I'll just go ahead and put the tweet up on screen that kind of summarizes it. They're just going through their plans and kind of talking about stuff as it relates to PlayStation because, you know, Activision Blizzard, the parent company that, you know, controls Call of Duty, makes the games every year and kind of, you know, calls all the shots. They got bought out by Microsoft and Xbox, and everybody's wondering, does that mean, you know, Call of Duty is going to become exclusive for PlayStation, or should the PlayStation fanboys start crying and immediately give up, or, you know, are the Xbox fanboys still, you know, way out of line here? But basically the report confirms that at least the next two Call of Duties are going to be on PlayStation, including the next Warzone mode. I guess Warzone 2, Electric Boogaloo, or whatever they call it. All of those are guaranteed to be on PlayStation for the next few years. But what I wanted to talk about today with Sledgehammer Games is that in that report, they mentioned there will be the next Call of Duty made by Infinity Ward. There will be the next Call of Duty after that made by Treyarch, and then Warzone. And there was no mention of the next Call of Duty game or, you know, Sledgehammer games at all. And so my thought here is first off, these companies, they always plan stuff, you know, years in advance. I'm talking, you know, years and years in advance. Like, heck, when like Infinity Ward or Treyarch, as soon as they put out their own Call of Duty game, they're basically on to the next one and kind of done with that game as it is. Like, they could launch Black Ops Cold War, and then right at launch day, you know, 50% of the team is going on to work on the next game. So I find it odd that in this report, they mention one game next year that's literally coming out, not even next year, that's coming out this year, 2022. What are we, like 10 months away from it now? You know, it's coming up. They mentioned the year after that, 2023, which will be Treyarch, and then they didn't mention the next Call of Duty. The fact is that, you know, they're working on it. You know, don't get me wrong. There's no way that Activision or the people over there have just no thoughts on Call of Duty. What would it be, 2024, 2 years from now? There's no way that they are not already thinking about that and already planning it. So why not go ahead and include it with the other two? Why not go ahead and include it with the Warzone 2? And I think it's because Sledgehammer Games is probably not going to return, or at least, you know, Activision is already considering like letting them go as soon as Vanguard gets wrapped up and Modern Warfare 2 gets released this November. That is my initial thought and kind of theory here on this. Like, I'll admit this is me just kind of connecting the dots. But like, first off, let's take a look at a Black Ops Cold War. Now, you might be saying, why are we talking about that game? Well, that's because it was supposed to be a Sledgehammer game. It was supposed to be made by Sledgehammer, and they had been working on it for a little bit, for like I think like half a year to a year. They had already been working on it with Raven Software. But then along the way, Activision, Blizzard, the guys at the top, you know, the big executives, they didn't like what they were seeing. They thought maybe it might have not been a good game or just completely unworkable. Who knows? It was bad. So bad that they actually pulled Sledgehammer Games off of it, said, nah, y'all are done. Y'all are done. Y'all are done. I've seen enough. Get out of here. Treyarch, hey guys, Treyarch, I know you just got done releasing Black Ops 4, but we're gonna hand you this mess of a game. It's supposed to be in Vietnam or something, I don't know. We're gonna hand Treyarch this, you know, broken game or whatever it is and say, hey, fix it, release it in 9 months. That is how much they did not trust Sledgehammer to finish that game. And you can look it up. I'm not even BSing here. This is all facts. They did not have a working game or something that Activision didn't like, and they straight up pulled them off and had to put in Treyarch to kind of clean up the mess, fix the game, and make it releasable. 9 months with only 9 months of time to do it, and in the good old pandemic where everybody has to work from home. Like, they literally had to put Treyarch in those working conditions, in that much of a crunch, that much of a hard time turnaround, give them somebody else's mess to fix because Sledgehammer Games just wasn't cutting it. So then you think about Vanguard and how that game has been, right? That's their next shot. That's their next opportunity. After all that mess, they get given another opportunity to do a game, and guess what? You get Modern Warfare 2019's engine. You get basically that game, and all you got to do is kind of reskin it, make it like World War II. And what happened? We have tons of people hating it at launch. A lot of people didn't like the whole World War II setting, but I think there's, a lot of the criticism towards the game at this point is definitely deserved. There's still a lot of bugs. There's still a lot of glitches. You want to talk about map spawn. You want to talk about the fire and just all the smoke that comes out of the grenade. Oh my gosh, the screen shaking from all of that every single map. It's just, man, even when you have the setting all the way down, the screen still shakes. All right, that's just one bug, but there is a lot of just stuff messed up with Vanguard. The criticism has been amplified much more, than all the other games in the past. I can't remember a game that had this much just like outpouring of criticism, and at this point, it's just kind of like seems like it's a normal thing. It got so bad that literally the Call of Duty account had to put out this like tweet that was an apology. It was this long-winded like, we hear you, we want to fix our game. They use that term, fix our game. Yeah, come on, like when a company says that, when the actual Call of Duty account has to put out a tweet saying we want to fix our game, you know it's bad. And so how are they supposed to look at Sledgehammer after all of this, right? Now I'm a simple guy. I'm an average Call of Duty player. I kind of pay attention to CoD news, but I'll just call myself an average guy, and even I can connect the dots on this and kind of start putting the puzzle pieces together. Like, it's clear and obvious they don't think Sledgehammer is a good enough company to keep moving forward, or at least to put them in their plans. Like I said before, they're thinking about the Call of Duty that comes after the next two, because remember, Modern Warfare 2 is supposed to drop this year. Then you've got Treyarch's game next year. They are sure as heck are thinking about the game that comes after that in 2024. That's on their plans, that's on their radars, but they did not talk about it in that. And now it could all be because PlayStation, that's what the whole point of this article was talking about. Will it be on PlayStation? So I could totally see this Microsoft Xbox deal taking effect in 2023, and then they completely go away from PlayStation. And so that's why they didn't include the 2024 COD or Sledgehammer in this discussion about Xbox exclusivity. But even then, I think that's a really far shot. I don't think Call of Duty will ever be an exclusive game to Xbox or PlayStation. I think it has to be on like all the consoles, just because it's that big of a game. And I think Xbox and Microsoft know that too. That's a whole side note, kind of getting off topic here. But I think at the end of the day, they didn't include any kind of talk about Sledgehammer or 2024 Call of Duty, because that relationship is probably already gone, or it's in serious evaluation. Like I said before, this is all tinfoil hat theory, but it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. Maybe they just want to keep Sledgehammer on until Vanguard gets wrapped up, because it still needs a lot of work. So they're not going to cut bait right now. They're not going to fire Sledgehammer and screw over the fans like that. So, like I said, all theory. But is Sledgehammer games done? I would really love to know what you guys think. I think they are. I think after Vanguard and just how lackluster, even though the game I think overall is okay now. It's okay. It's good when it's good, and it's awful when it's bad, if that makes any sense. When it works, it's actually a fun Call of Duty. But when it doesn't work, it's a whole shit show. I mean, damn, I'm not even going to talk about zombies. That's technically Treyarch, but is it? I don't know. Anyway, though, that's it for me. I'll see you in the next one.